So here is the updated version of BLRadar running. It is addressed the issue with the problem with virtual devices, motion sensors not being able to be triggered. I created two virtual devices, one for a motion sensor and one for an active zone. They work just fine. I can turn on the virtual motion sensor, turn it off, turn on the active zone, turn it off. This is before they're inside BLRadar yet. If we look at the logs, we'll see I've turned it on, off. It's all registering just fine. Right now, the BLRadar's debug is on. Excuse me. Now I'm going to go ahead and add these two things let me do them one at a time. I'm going to add them to BLRadar. So plugins, BLRadar. I'm going to add new. Let's start with the motion sensor first. So it's a motion sensor, and it is as a device motion sensor, and we're going to go ahead and click add, and then click home. Let's refresh here for a moment, and we should see this guy change. There we go. To being managed, excuse me, being managed by BLRadar. You can see that no echo. If I change it to on, well, before I do that, let's go to advanced, and we'll see that it is in fact off. Okay, I'm going to change it to on, and now it changes to echo. I'm going to go view the advanced, and the value is now 100. Go view the logs and echo. Great. I'm going to take them back off again, and no echo. Look at the device value, 0. Look at the log, no echo. Perfect. Exactly what I want. Exactly the behavior I would expect. The active zone, which is not yet part of BLRadar, again, still can turn on, still can turn off. I'm not going to add the active zone into BLRadar. Add new, name, BMS active zone test. I'm going to change this type to an active zone. No motion sensor wait time. So as soon as as soon as all the motion sensors in here are off, then he immediately turns off. I am also going to, I'm going to hold off on adding the motion sensor to this active zone. I just want to demonstrate something. I'm going to add this guy. I'm going to go home, refresh this for a moment, and in a moment BLRadar will add the active zone. There it goes. Active zone now is part of BLRadar. Now if I go look at the value, it should be 0, and it's 0. Great. So I'm going to turn this one on, just like I can still turn the motion sensor on and it changes to echo. I can turn it off and it changes to no echo. The same is not true for the active zone. I'm going to turn it on, and it stays off on the text string. It shows off. But if I go look at the value is on. Maybe let's look at the logs here. That's just showing the echo and no echo for, well, it does show the test for the active zone on off. If I go look at the value, it's on. I'm going to turn it off. Again, no change to the text string, but the value is off now. Turn it back on. Value, it's on. Text string, though, again, always stays off. No change to the text string no matter what I do. So let's turn him off. Look at the log again. No real logging here. I guess the logging must be turned off. Let's go back and look. And yes, do not log commands. I guess BLRadar changes and sets that value once you add him to BLRadar, which is fine. So you can turn it on and off, and the value does change, but the text string does not change accordingly. unlike with the motion sensor, which does change accordingly. Now I'm going to have this active zone be triggered by this motion sensor. I'm going to go into BLRadar. I'm now going to edit that active zone and add the VMS motion sensor, which again there's no wait time for the zone. Save that. And now let's go look at the motion sensor. And there's no sensor recovery time, nothing here. So on or off should follow the zone, the active zone should follow on and off of this motion sensor. So now I'm going to go back to, now they're joined together. So this motion sensor is part of this active zone. So when I turn on this motion sensor, this active zone should also turn on. Let's try it. That's echo, and the active zone does now turn on, and the icon does follow. If I look at the active zone test and look at the status, it is on 100%. That's great. If I look at his and look at the values, it's also on. Well, that's the wrong one. Let's go back to echo here. And it's also on. So they're both on. Now I'm going to turn the motion sensor off. What should happen is that the active zone should also turn off, since their only motion sensor in it is off and there's no wait time. Turn him off. However, the active zone does not follow. No matter how long you wait, this guy always stays on. The value stays at 100% and he stays on. So even though the motion sensor, the only motion sensor there that's linked to him, has been turned off, he does not turn off. View the logs. You see the active motion has changed to active for zone 1, but when there's no echo, you don't see the active zone follow in the log. The active zone is not slaved to the motion sensor when the motion sensor turns off. I can turn the motion sensor, let's try to turn the zone off directly. I'm going to go to the value of it. Yes, and the value does turn off, but again, turning on and off here apparently has no modification of the text string associated with the zone. I can manually turn the zone off, but I cannot turn the zone off by the status of the motion sensor. So that is a problem. So the two items are the text string doesn't follow the direct control of the active zone, which is not a big deal. I can't see myself really turning on and off active zones through the command buttons here. But it does change the values of the active zone, just not the text string. But the really big important one is the value of the active zone does not follow the status of the motion sensor in that zone, even when the motion sensor has no delay time off. That's really the core functionality I need BLRadar for. Anyhow, that's pretty much it, and I will post the debug log along with this.